Hi, I'm Katie Johnson, and I'm here today with a fun showcase. Earlier this week, we were having a stamp and chat session with my Crafty Crew group, and we were having a conversation about foil papers. Now, you are probably familiar with silver and gold foil papers. Oh my gosh, adding foil papers to a project it gives that little bit of sparkle and shine, and it just takes your whole project up a level. But check it out. We have a new, awesome, dark brown, gorgeous foil paper that's coming in September. So I have some samples to show you. Let me flip my camera down. So I do have this stack of cards that I'm going to show you in just a moment, but I want to talk to you about a couple of other foil options that are available. You're probably familiar with this kind of foil paper where it's all one color and it's kind of a metallic something. But check out this first of all. This is already got some embossing in it. It comes in a three-color pack. Some of them are a flower design, like this pink one on the front, and then some of them are this is kind of a textured geometric design in here. So in this sheet, there's three different colors, and there's one flowered one and one of the geometric in each of the colors. This one is a current offering. Bear in mind that whenever you're watching this, that some of the product you see in this video may be retired already, because Stampin' Up! Likes to keep things fresh and relevant. This is called Flower Garden Foils, and so that's one of the things I wanted to show you. And then in addition to this embossed foil paper and these plain foil papers, the other type of product that they will sell is papers that have foil in them. So there's like splotches and bits of foil in the paper itself. This one is called Elegant Season, beautiful for Christmas cards. It actually came out last fall and was so popular that it's a carryover item. Green, beige, red. The backside of each of these papers is just a generic pattern of each of those colors as well. So I wanted to point out to you that I've made a PDF that I'm going to share with the people in the Crafty Crew group. And I've decided I'm also going to make it available to the people who are on my email list. So in the description up above, there'll be information for you on how you can make sure you're on that email list if you're not already, and if you want this PDF. So the fun thing about foil papers is that they can be used anywhere on a project that you would put any other paper layer. You can replace designer paper or colored cardstock or texture embossing with a piece of foil. It can also be punched or die cut. You can stamp on foil and it can be heat embossed. Now make sure you use StazOn if you're going to stamp on it, and Versamark, and put your stamp straight down and straight up, because Versamark will be kind of slippery on that smooth surface for the foil. Foil can be colored with alcohol markers. Foil can be texture embossed, and because it has a white core, you can get some really interesting effects when you sand a scored line or texture embossing. All right, the foil, because of how shiny it is so eye-catching. It makes a great focal point. So that's the first thing. This is that pressed flower one that I showed you in the sample pack with the butterfly and the detail die on top of it. And then this one, the focal point is the word right there, and then it's sort of accented by the flower off to the side. And then this one, we've got a beautiful snowflake. I'm filming this in August, and so we've got snow on the way here in Wisconsin. In addition to the focal point, it also makes a lovely accent for your focal point. So the flowers accented by these detail leaves, all sparkly and shiny. Another leaf card with some in the green cardstock and some in the shiny foil. This is that new foil that will be available in September of 2025. Not sure when you're watching. And there we used it for leaves, and here we used it for a flower. So lots of beautiful ways to use the foil as the focal point or as an accent for the focal point. Sometimes the the foil actually just supports the image. So right here, it's like shining off the sails. And on this card, it's the saw blade. So perfect to use the foil for something like that. In addition to functioning as the focal point, it can also support the focal point by being a framing layer. So on this one, there's just a real thin layer of foil behind the sentiment, catches the eye. Similar sort of thing with the hearts right here. And then on this one, we've got the foil behind the flower as well as the foil behind the banner. awesome when you got these fun little metallic butterflies to add to the card. They just kind of support each other with that shiny glint. All right, so it can be the border. It could also just be a boundary layer. So here it's bordering the sentiment with that punch, but here it's also just a boundary layer between the left and the right-hand sides of the card. And here it's just a little accent layer underneath the sentiment. Something similar here, just a little accent layer to kind of anchor your focal point on the card. For this one, instead of doing the straight line between left and right with a strip, here I did a swoopy line, and these things were all part of a decorative flower, and they're all little pieces. I just glued them individually up underneath that gold layer. Again, that foil just, oh my gosh, it makes the card. So in addition to using it as a boundary, whether straight or curved, you can also texture emboss on it. This is really cool. Oh, this is a trade card that I got from Debbie Peters. Most of the cards in here I made. A lot of the cards were actually trade cards that I got. So isn't this kind of fun? This was an embossing folder that kind of matched that turtle shell. This one is one that I made. This is a current, everything on here is current product, gold, silver, and that new brown. Isn't that beautiful? I just love that. This embossing folder is called Pressed Flowers, and then if you don't recognize this, it's because this is another new product. Pressed Flowers you could buy today. This one, I'm filming this August 28th. That one you have to wait till September to purchase it. This one is a set called Amber Autumn. A lot of fun fall things coming out in September. And then I have Irina is on my team, our Crafty Crew team, and so a lot of these cards are hers. You can texture emboss on it. You can also color it. So Irina used alcohol markers. The water-based markers don't work on here, but the alcohol markers will work on foil paper. So this is really, really pretty. All right, the last set of samples I have in here, these are all using some of the specialty paper. So in addition to the plain colored foil that you can purchase, you can also buy specialty papers that have some foil in them, and just check out this glint that you get. Lighting here has kind of got a glare. Hopefully it's coming out awesome. I use the heart here in the middle, but then check out the paper on the bottom. See the shine in there? This is so pretty when they support us with some of these gorgeous specialty papers. So this one and this one, very similar, just horizontal and vertical versions of a very similar card. And then one more to show you down here. This one is retired from a while ago, but you can see the glint up there on the flower. So that got your creative juices going, right? So, so pretty when you give somebody a card that's got that extra bit of shine from the foil, whether it's a big piece of foil or whether it's just a little bit of foil sneaking out of that specialty designer paper. Hey, I will put the link in the description. So I'm going to put two links in the description. One of them is going to be the link to get on my email list if you're not already, to make sure that you get that PDF and any future PDFs that I send out to the whole list. The other link I'm going to put in there is a direct link to shop online with the keyword foil and see all the current awesome things that are available that can make your cards pretty and shiny and extra special. Again, I'm Katie Johnson. Thanks for watching, and check you in the next video. Bye.